Yo, what it do, kings and queens, and we're here with another edition of Talk Back to Me Podcast. I'm your host, Exclusive Stories, and I got my girl Chelsea next to me. Go ahead. What you got?
Good morning, everybody. I said good morning, everybody.
Well, good morning.
My bad.
Today is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall all rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.
Okay, then.
All right,
That's how you
Chelsea.
felt when you got
say
here.
amen.
Amen.
All right, Chelsea and
No.
Craig over there with it.
But no, it's me, girl Chelsea, bringing you Where's the Wine. Today we're going to talk about when to be selfish. So self-love, self-worth, self-awareness. That's what we talking about today.
Ooh, ruffling my boots over here.
Oh,
And to
my
be
God.
selfish, huh?
All right, and we got Versa J over here, a new face, but he's gonna be dropping
Verse.
some real knowledge real quicker, y'all. Make sure y'all take
He's
notes
cool,
with his
man.
stuff. What you got for us, Versa J?
What's good? I'm just gonna be dropping some little bit of knowledge, a little bit of K to my black folks and to my people to wake them up in day. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing in for Jelly just for a little bit.
All right. And last but not least, we most definitely got the profound Ticket. What you got for us?
Hey, man, I told y'all I don't tell y'all shit to the end of the show. But anyway, man, we're gonna talk a little noise today. We're gonna have a little fun, have a little drink. We're gonna welcome Versa J, man. You see he got his shades on over there. He cool and motherfucker. We're gonna have some fun today, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's jump right into it. So how's everybody weekend going so far? What y'all got coming up? What's going on?
I ain't doing nothing.
Man,
As soon as it's over, I'm going to take me a dab.
Hell yeah. Versa J, what you got, man?
Man, it's been a busy week for me. I work from home, but you think working from home, you just got all the time in the world. Nah, big fella.
Hell no, you gotta slow it down. I hear you on that. What you got for us?
I don't know, man. This is my month. Birthday coming up, August
Ow.
26th.
Woo!
Son birthday August
Turn up.
24th, so it's that time. I'm different. I party from the beginning of August to January.
So what we doing?
That's how you do it.
We going all the way in. You see, let's get it right now.
That's right.
What we doing.
We falling asleep in ditches all 2019. Let's go.
Not I see the kid.
All right, so I'm gonna pass things over to Chelsea. She's gonna be opening up her segment. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. So I wanted to get kind of personal with this segment. Self-worth, believe it or not, but self-worth is actually something that I struggled with in the past and still kind of struggle with sometimes too. And it's from different aspects, because a lot of people, when they think about self-worth, they think about in relationships, whether it be with a significant other or family or friends. But I've dealt with it from those aspects and also from work. I worked for a company for a really long time. I started from the bottom on purpose to work myself up to a certain position. And I felt that I was good. People told me I was good, you know what I mean? But it just seemed like every time I went up for that position, I didn't get it. But I had everybody's support, so it was just weird to me. So it got to a point where after a certain amount of time, I started to doubt myself. Like, am I actually good at this? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And it was just like, I didn't understand it. It was like I have people telling me, oh, you're so creative, you're amazing, but then I'm still not good enough. So hearing that, and of course they didn't specifically say I'm not good enough, but that's how it made me feel. So for a while, in addition to other things that didn't make me feel worthy, that really affected me until I realized that what was keeping me from that position, it was actually my manager. She was talking in my face, telling me, oh, I support you, this, and that. And then she was turning around and telling the person that was supposed to be hiring me in that position that I wasn't ready. So this whole time I'm thinking, I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing something right. And it was really her trying to sabotage me being in a position that's on the same level as her. So a lot of times we think that we're not doing something right when really it's just the odds, or it's people like working against us. So you really have to feel strongly about who you are and know who you are and what you can provide, especially when you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you see something is not working for you. A lot of times our first thing is to figure out what we're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it ain't even what we're doing wrong. We have to figure out who's around us. Because a lot of times, our blessings are waiting on us, but we got the wrong people around us. So we're not going to be blessed because those people don't need to benefit from what's coming our way. Which also means, you know, you're not really thinking about your worth because you're hanging around people who, I mean, I don't want to say aren't worthy, but you're hanging around people that aren't on the level that you're supposed to be going to. Yeah. So we got to get better at that. And I actually was like in tears yesterday because I thought I was progressing in that area of feeling worthy. But well, I mean, I talked to y'all about the situation I had yesterday, but that's not what made me cry. Like, I had like an issue going on with somebody I was talking to. But what made me cry was I got on Facebook, and a lot of times, like, I tag my dad and stuff on Facebook, and he doesn't respond or he don't reply. A lot of times he don't even like the comment, but my sister posted something and he left a funny comment under her stuff, and that made me cry because it made me feel like, dang, I'm not good. I'm not worthy enough for nobody, like not even my dad. You know what I'm saying? So it just started triggering a lot for me, and it made me realize that, you know, I've been doing and working really hard trying to be successful at my stuff to impress my dad, and it just seemed like nothing was ever good enough. This goes along with what we talked about last week with, you know, family friction. Yeah. You never know the things that you do that can affect your children. And my dad showed me a lot of tough love, but I wasn't a kid that deserved tough love. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was the kind of kid that, oh, okay, you're more of a visual person. Let's get you in a performing arts school, or, you know, and I didn't get that. It was, okay, you're going to go to school, you need to make these grades. And, you know, it was like normal kid shit. Not saying that I'm just some kind of like, I was a prodigy or anything like that, but I just felt like there should have been more into the way that I was learning, the way that I processed things. But instead, it was tough love that I got in return. And I'm always the person that wants to make people happy, especially my parents. So when I couldn't meet those requirements, it just made me feel like I'm just not good enough, you know. But self-worth is deeper than what other people think about you. It's deeper than what other people have to say about you. And a lot of times that's what we resort to. But at this point, we're adults. It's nobody else's responsibility to make us feel good. We have to figure out what it is we need to do for ourselves. And that goes on along with self-awareness too. I mean, all of these can go together, but separately, you know, self-awareness, a lot of people don't realize that the things they think they're good at, they're actually not good at. They pick the wrong things to be passionate about. And that's why, well, that's why they become stagnant, because you're doing something that actually isn't, you know, it's not what you're supposed to be doing. You know, I have a friend, all of a sudden she wants to be a singer and she can't sing. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you were a model, really good at modeling. You know, you should have stuck with that. You got to stick to that. You know, natural beauty, you know, but all of a sudden, you know, you want to be a singer. And I get it. You can take classes and sound better and everything like that. But I really believe that she is, I won't say going down the wrong path, but I really feel that she should do what comes natural. I feel like we all should do what comes natural to us, because we'll be happier that way versus trying to keep up with other things that are for other people. You know, a lot of
keep up with them Joneses. It's
a lot of times we want blessings that other people have, but those things aren't for us. You know, we see people on Instagram and Facebook, they posting, you know, these big houses that they 5-bedroom house, but they got 5 kids. They need that. You know what I mean? You know, you don't have any kids, but the Lord blessed you with a nice ass condo. You know what I mean? But you upset because, dang, I just got a condo. They got a 5-bedroom house. You know, the Lord's gonna bless you with. The Lord's going to bless you with what you need. And a lot of times what we want and what we should have, it's not the same things. So we got to be more aware of where we are, what our purpose is in life, and what we're supposed to be doing. And now self-love, man. And I don't want to just specifically talk about women. I feel like men also need to start kind of dipping in self-love as well. I know we hear a lot about, you know, women, you know, go to therapy. We got this group, this help group that you can go to. We got these books you can read, take you a bubble bath, drink you some wine. We have all of these ways of self-love to give women, but you hardly ever hear it for men. And I feel like if men were taught to love themselves deeper than just, you know, what's on the surface, a lot of issues, a lot of, situations where men feel like, oh, you know, they're not masculine enough, or if they do certain things, it doesn't mean that they're a man. Like, I feel like if you start to show yourself more love, you wouldn't care about those things. You wouldn't care how other people perceive you when it comes to your masculinity. A lot of traumatic things happen to men, and, you know, it just seems normal because, oh, you a man, you're supposed to be able to take it, but that's not necessarily the case. Men don't have to be hard. You know, my little brother cries, and like my grandmother's funeral, somebody was like, "Oh, you a big boy? Don't cry. Get all your tears out. After that, don't cry no more." And that's not how my parents are raising him. He can cry. His grandmother just passed.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't tell him not to cry or hold in his emotions. And I feel like that's what a lot of men are dealing with now, because they've been taught to hold in their tears all these years or hold in their emotions. Now they're trying to be in relationships with grown women and they don't know how to express their feelings.
Yeah.
You know, so we definitely got to learn how to love ourselves. That's something that I've been working on for years, a really, really long time. It's a process. It's nonstop.
So what's some methods that, not to cut you off, but what's some methods that you take, that you say that you would take for telling people how to love themselves?
Well, what I did specifically, I tuned anything that had something negative to do about women. I stopped listening to certain music. I stopped listening to mainstream music for a really long time. I only listened to underground music and neo soul. Like, it was certain artists, and it actually made me feel better to know that artists like Erykah Badu and SZA were going through this similar situation. These are people that we all look up to, or that we think are, you know, everybody calls Erykah Badu queen. That's mother, you know what I mean? But to know that, you know, she got music out talking about she went through situations similar to what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? So to see, you know what I'm saying, to see that she is, and she might still be going through some shit, but you can see that a difference in her. You know what I mean? I remember it was a long time people were talking about, you know, she was showing up to places drunk. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even get that if you see her today, you know, the way that she's prospering or whatever. But I stopped listening to certain music that would put negative energy around me by listening to it. I started taking more care in my health. I started exercising. I started eating better. I started taking more pride in what how I did my hair. I started taking more pride in the way that I dress. Because for a while, I would only wear leggings and T-shirts and sneakers because, like, I just didn't feel like putting on clothes. I didn't feel like being pretty. But a lot of times we have to... So it was something
that you had to get over.
Right,
okay.
Right.
So, and that's the reason why I asked you that. I mean, I asked because you have a lot of young ladies out here, a lot of grown women out here that won't admit that. They won't admit that they have some type of issue going on. They won't admit that they have some kind of situation with self-love or...
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they won't admit that they had a problem from their past to now. Yeah. And they're still trying to daily get over anything that it is they're going through. I mean, everybody got something they deal with. We all got something we deal with. But a lot of people are too afraid to open up and express what it is that they're dealing with. And reason being is because they think they're afraid of what somebody gonna say about them or judge them or yada, yada, yada. So that's why I asked you, like, what things did you do? Because somebody might be listening to you now and be like, well, damn, if she did it, I can do it. Yeah. So what can I do to, to move forward with that?
Yeah, and I'm still trying to do it. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's something different every time. Once you master one thing, there's something else you got to do.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's going to be a problem every day. It's life.
Yeah. One thing, I mean, I've always been a writer and a reader, but one thing that really did help me was, like, I would read things and then I would write down what I thought about it, how I felt about it, how could I implement this in my life, because it's, you know, it sounds good. You know, we see things and it's like, dang, like, I wonder how that will work for me, but we never do it. I started writing things down because I feel like, you know, once you write something down, that makes it for real. It starts to manifest.
Because you got to look at it.
Right. And I started realizing what around me, like, what's happening around me, what can I do to be more aware of what's happening around me. And one thing that I've always said, and I actually made a post about this yesterday, dreams mean things. They really, and the people think that I'm crazy when they say that, oh, you think you like a psychic or a prophet or something like that. It's like, no, you don't have to be a prophet.
You don't have to listen to outsiders.
Right.
They only say that because they ain't think of it first.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you don't necessarily have to be a prophet to have a dream. You know what I'm saying? I feel like dreams are like warnings. Whether it's a good warning or a bad warning, I feel like they're warnings.
Something to pay attention to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because you never know. I had a dream about snakes. Like, it was a snake crawling by my foot, and when I lift up my foot, there was nails in the bottom of my foot. And I was like, it was kind of scary because I have this phobia about holes, like a bunch of holes next to each other.
Trypophobia.
Yeah. See, look, I ain't know. But no, I had nails in my foot, and I was like, no, I need to look that up because that was so strange. It made me feel weird when I woke up, and like I posted about it, and this guy. He was a prophet. He messaged me back. He was like, you can look it up if you want to. And he was like, but I'm just letting you know, like, your dream meant that you're about to become a new woman. You know, there's something that you're about to walk into that you think you're not ready for, but it's going to push you and it's going to help you.
I mean, it may hurt a little bit, but you'll get over it.
Right.
Okay.
And so when I looked it up, and he wasn't wrong, you know, and it's crazy because that happened, like, I want to say, like September of last year, and then that's when stuff like started really being like shaken up in my life. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm where I am now. Like, I would have never thought in September I would be where I am now. Like, literally. Like, that's I don't even. Happens. You know.
All the time, right?
All the time.
I had a dream this time last year. I had an internship. And I was telling my mentor, I was like, man, I had a dream that for my birthday, I got like this really good job. And but I had to move to New Orleans to do it. And I was like, nah, I know I'm probably not going to move to New Orleans no time soon. I was like, I just thought it was weird. Hopefully it happens. You know what I'm saying?
And now look at you.
Right. Within 6 months, I'm working a completely different job than I had then, got promoted, and I'm living in New Orleans now. You know what I'm saying? So my dream literally almost to the T happened the way that it happened in my dream, you know. And I've had way more opportunities since I've moved there, and I don't think specifically I moved to New Orleans for this job. I definitely think it's something else. I feel that it's something else, but that also goes along with self-awareness. You, in order to feel those things, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know what's around you in order to understand what those things mean. I feel like things are always working around you. And a lot of times we don't realize that we just living, you know, and we don't realize that it's more to even just sitting where we're sitting. It's more to it. It's something happening while we're sitting here.
Amen.
Well, God has a ways of showing you things. I mean, like, and it's crazy because I ain't no prophet either. I mean, like I said, we all go through stuff in our own personal life. You might have issues going on right now and don't nobody know. But God got a way of showing you stuff because you can ask God a question right now and be like, hey, man, what am I supposed to do? You might walk outside and see a door that say leave or stay or open up or pray. But you look at him like, oh, that don't mean nothing. He has a way of showing you things, just the way how you accept it. So, I mean, everything you saying, I feel it's needed, like I say, because for anybody that's listening, it's a bunch of people. I mean, I really mean a bunch of people that don't know how to tackle their own feelings, that don't know how to admit their own feelings. That will lie and deny their own feelings. They'll put it off on you and tell you that you wrong or you wrong or the next person wrong. And when it comes down to it, I've been a person before like, ain't nothing wrong with me. You know what I mean? Like, but as you grow and as you get older, I know some things wrong with me now that I might have to fix. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but that's the same. Exactly. It's as you get older. But what you can't do either, you can't let anybody else map you. Right. Meaning you can't let anybody else tell you what's wrong with you or what you need to fix. That comes on your own time. Because we as individuals got to fix ourselves. You know, like I always tell people, I can't get you to heaven or hell. You can't get me there either. You know what I mean? So that's the same with that's the same with figuring out who you are as a person. Can't nobody figure out who you are. You only can figure out who you are.
Yeah, we got our own growth.
You seen Martin go to the what camp he went to on the TV show? He came back with a fro and some dreads. He was trying to figure out who he was. But I mean, it take time, man. Sometimes it take time.
But you actually have to take time to do it. And a lot of people don't. They think, oh, you know, as I get older, it's going to come to me. Nah. You got to search for it. You got to actually want it and be ready for it because it's not just going to fall in your lap. You got to, like you said, it takes time and it takes hard work. And why not work on yourself first?
Yep.
before anything or anybody else, because you're not going to be any good to anybody if you ain't right.
Yep, it's all
You know
about
what I'm
that personal growth at the end of the day. Nobody can tell you how to progress in your life. There's no blueprint to one person's life.
No cheat code.
Yes, no cheat code. It's all about
But
experience.
It's just crazy, like I just stated, man. It's the biggest thing in life. We don't live for ourselves a lot. Everybody wants to tell everybody else what to do, but they can't tell themselves what to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period. Everybody want to tell everybody else what they good at, what they not good at, but they can't tell themselves what they good at.
That's why one of my sayings, I always say that that's what makes a difference between a wise person and just a person giving advice. Anybody can give advice.
Yep.
Because when you're looking from the outside looking in, you can just give advice. But following your own advice in that same exact situation is what makes you a wise and mature person.
Yeah.
Straight up. Big facts, man. I mean,
They say, follow what you preach, or what is it?
practice what you preach.
Practice what you preach. That's that old.
You know, and a lot of people say that, but at the same time, like I said again, they'll tell you to practice what you preach, but they not practicing what they preach. Or they'll tell you to walk what you talk, but they not talking what they walk. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just, we have to learn how to police ourselves and figure out stuff for ourselves. I mean, like I said again, I can't get you to heaven or hell. You got to know how to live right or wrong. You know what I mean? If you want to live wrong, that's going to be you. If you're going to live right, that's going to be you.
Right.
If you're going to fix you, that's going to be you. But again, I can't come and tell Chelsea, or I can't come and tell Verse, I can't come tell Paul, I can't come and tell y'all, hey man, at the end of the day, what you doing is wrong. Yada. I can't tell you what you're doing, because what you're doing is wrong. You might think it's right.
Yeah.
You have to fix that yourself. So I mean, it's just self-infliction. We figure that out on our own as you go. And the older you get, you'll know if you're doing something wrong, because if you're not growing at any aspect, you'll be like, damn, I'm doing something wrong. I got to remount.
That's where a lot of
You know
old
what I mean?
folks go. They be stuck in their ways.
They
Dang.
stuck in that mud.
That's just what we said last week. That's just how I talk, baby. Don't take it no way. That ain't how you talk. That's what you used to.
The crab in a bucket mentality.
That's
really.
it.
Oh, yeah.
That's just breaking it down to
That's
that.
it.
So Chelsea, let me ask you something. With the viewers watching, what's the message that's most important to you that you could probably help somebody else? What would you give that person that's struggling with something like this?
Man, like, learn to love on yourself. I know it might sound hard to some people, and it might sound crazy to some people, but you gotta learn how to love on the same way you love on that man, the same way you love on that woman, the same way you love on your kids, the same way you love on your parents and your grandparents. You need to love on yourself the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't love on yourself and you are giving all of your energy and all of your time and all of your love to all these other people, what do you have left for yourself?
Amen to that.
So,
Well, that's Chelsea most definitely, y'all, with Where's the Wine. She's dropping huge gems. Make sure y'all check it out. Instagram, hashtag Where's the Wine /Soyini Jones for more information. We're going to take a quick intervention and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We got a very heated topic right now. I know a lot of people is going to most definitely relate to this one. Let's talk about relationships versus situationships. I'm gonna start off with Chelsea. What you got?
you had to start off with me. All right.
She knows she wanted to go first anyway. She playing over there.
You ready to go in?
You might be right.
Scratching for it.
Nah, man. Okay, so I think that we have gotten so far away from. Y'all remember watching TV shows when you was little, and it was like, oh, let's go study. Oh, we're courting, and then it was we're dating, and then we're in a relationship, and then we're getting married. Like, it was stages to being in a real relationship, and now it's either we fuck buddies or we together. You know what I mean? And I feel like, excuse me, can you stop?
I'm getting her distracted. I'm sorry.
Get them together, Queen.
We got an instant email over here. We apologize.
Like,
go ahead, Chelsea. I'm sorry.
I don't know where the whole situation. I do know, but this whole situationship stuff, it gotta stop. Because I feel like it's.
But why though?
It's holding people back from actually. Like being in real relationships. I feel like it's holding people back from actually being in love and knowing what love is and falling in love. Because if I can get everything from you that I get out of a relationship and I ain't got to claim you and I can still get that same shit from somebody else, I don't want to be in a relationship.
It's a lot of people that want that.
Ooh, that's all.
Yes, a lot of people.
I'm not trying to play devil's advocate as y'all say.
But why do they want that? Because that's what's trending right now. That's what's available right now.
Some people scared of relationships. Some people scared of commitment. Some people as well might look at you and feel like you ain't worth commitment.
Or they want to repeat of what happened with them before.
Exactly. And all of that goes right back to what? Self-love. Because if you loved yourself enough, you would know how this is for men and women. Because I feel like we have this thing where women, oh, you got to get yourself together. You got to, men need to take more pride in themselves too. Oh, no, girl, this dick ain't for free.
But what love got to do with it?
No, love has everything to do, and that's the sad part, because we take love out of relationships, but we talking about putting love into everything else.
Okay.
Now, I think people are in love with the thought of being in love. That's the problem.
You know how many people want to get married just because somebody else got married?
Exactly.
Or just to be a business.
A lot of people, but how you know they want to be married just because somebody else? How you know that's not something
Why
that
you think
desire?
they throw the bouquet at the wedding? Because they friends want to get married too.
Like,
And how many people you know catch that bouquet and actually go get
They be
married?
moving on the goose. I'm like, nah, that ain't for me.
That's that city girls movement. Nobody want to get married.
Well, and I think,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Well, I think now, like with millennials, we're more so. Oh, I'm trying to get this bag first. I'm trying to be established first before that's because that's how I am. I'm gonna say that, and a lot of my friends are that way. I was just telling Paul the other day. I got 12 people that I actually consider a friend. We don't talk every day, and only one of them, she's about to get married in 2 weeks. Shout out to Tay. I got one friend who's divorced.
Is she getting married for love or is she getting married for the bag?
Oh, they've been together since they was 15. She better be in love.
Okay.
You better be. Hell yeah.
Boy, used to each other.
I'm just asking.
Used to each other.
Yeah, I know.
You think the place
They definitely.
I'm just hey, I had to clear it up.
But you know, I got one friend about to get married. I got one friend divorced with 2 kids. I got a friend, she kind of dating somebody and she got a baby. The rest of us are single. But everybody got a degree. Everybody starting a business. Everybody got something going on for themselves. Literally the type of woman that men say that they want, and they're single. There's 10 of them single, no kids.
But you don't think nothing wrong with any of them?
It's
a lot of times that's why men are afraid. A lot of y'all.
It's something wrong with and I'm glad you said that, because last week that's not how you was talking.
No, I'm saying they're afraid. A lot of y'all and y'all attitudes. It's not about what you got and what you accomplished with and what you do. A lot of times men don't want that commitment or that relationship because they like, I got to take all the bullshit to come with it. If you giving me the ass and you cooking here and there and we can see here and there and I ain't got to see you every day, I'm freaking good because I ain't got to deal with all the other bullshit to come with it. I can't per se just say that for me, but I'm talking about in general. I'm just saying like a lot of dudes feel like that.
I got
a lot of
expectations
bullshit
now.
come with other shit.
I got expectations now.
So is it because they don't want to deal with bullshit, or are they just afraid to have to step their shit up?
I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, it'd probably be a combination of both. In my
He's ain't
opinion.
gonna lie.
It might be a combination of both.
He got real bright skin for a minute. He's ain't gonna lie.
Nah, all right, so
Let that drink out.
all right, so but for real, like real talk, I feel like it's a combination of both. Like I ain't gonna lie, like if I could reap all the benefits of not being in a relationship, of being in a relationship and not actually having a title, where I ain't got that collar around my neck, I can move, free to move.
I know your theme song. I wish I could fuck every girl in the world.
It's
Drake.
It's just the idea. It's just the idea that like I got expectations now. Like now I gotta check in with you. I can't move the way I want. I gotta ask you. Like I gotta out of respect for you in a relationship, I gotta ask you. Can I go here? Can I go do? Can I hang out with this person?
Typically end up being 40-something years old, driving a Corvette, trying to talk to some 20-year-old girl,
Talking a bunch of 30-something-year-olds.
Well,
probably not even that, because you're not attractive anymore. I know y'all see those guys who was that nigga in high school and he been trying to hold on to that for the last 15 years.
Because they don't know nothing different.
But what I'm saying is he had the opportunity.
A bunch of those.
He had the opportunity to have a good woman. He had a good woman in his life, but because he wanted to, be single, be a bachelor. I want to have my money. I don't want to have to spend it on her. I don't want to have to have any kids. And now they in their 40s and 50s, and they like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Well, you say it's not an acceptance, but how many? Okay, like if you see signs in a guy,
Okay.
you gonna drop them quick.
What kind of signs?
I'm just asking. If you see signs that you don't like, you gonna drop them quick, right? We have the same right though.
It depends on what those signs.
Because sometimes you can see signs that you don't like. What I said, you can keep running them yield signs until you fucking.
Yeah, but it depends on what those signs are. Because another issue I be trying to fix people. So if I be like, damn, all he needs is a little therapy, he'll be all right.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, a lot of women try to teach men something different.
Well, y'all all fix us. We can't deny that.
Yeah,
we're all listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't get where man getting mad. We all hoes are fucked up when you meet us.
Yeah,
it's true.
And I'm just being honest. And being honest, y'all got a little bit in y'all too. Because y'all be doing shit that we don't know because you're slicker than us.
Women
so when it goes past that, let's get all the way into it. We're going to get all the way into this.
I'm going to Eve with it.
When we get all the way into it, we're all the way fucked up. Y'all already know what y'all want to do. We don't. Y'all been taught from a kid to do this and do that. We're not. We figure shit out as we go. So when you get with a good woman, of course she's going to upgrade you because, the argument is always, I upgraded you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm rough around the edges. You know what I mean? I married you because you're pretty and you're not. You married me because I'm a man of man. You're supposed to mold me.
If you didn't get to learn or pick up something in the relationship, then y'all failed each other pretty much.
But, okay, and I'm glad you said that. We need to teach each other. Why is it always the woman's responsibility to upgrade a man?
Let me tell you why. Because in the Bible, if we really want to get technical,
go ahead.
it says
come on, let's get
that
technical.
a woman's supposed to be her husband's upkeep, upliftment, and strength. So these are three topics that women are not learning how to do.
You're supposed to make me feel great when nobody else do.
Amen. And what are you supposed to do for me?
No, I'm just saying it's a lot of women in today's society that's not even doing all those three, let alone one of them.
That's kind of weird to me though, because the women around me are those type of women and they're single. Niggas ain't even looking their way. But that's what I'm trying to say.
It gotta be something wrong.
It's a question.
Maybe we're choosing the wrong man.
You need to invite them on the next podcast so we can ask them
I will.
too.
Actually, one of them, she trying to come on the show now.
Tell her bring her ass because we're going to have this conversation.
It's a learned behavior.
I really think in these situations, I really think it's an intimidation thing because when a woman already has her shit together, a lot of men feel like, okay, well, if she got that going on, what can I do for her? You know what I mean?
Some men.
I didn't mean all.
No,
some men.
Because when I met mine, she had it. Nurse had it all.
Yeah.
And even at this point now, when we have I'm a realist. Y'all know all of this. We have our issues back and forth because that mouth she got is fly. My mouth can be a little fly, but she could be one of the ones too to be like, nah, nigga, I had this when you met me.
Right.
And I'll be like, okay, so what did I have to make you stop?
Yeah.
I had to have something.
But when you met her, were you like still out doing dumb shit, or were you like ready when you met her?
I mean, at the time I met her, no. I was kind of chill. I had, people that call and talk, do whatever else, but I wasn't doing nothing just over the top. Yeah. But then even when it comes into it, you can meet a woman and she has things, but when it goes past that, can y'all have things together? Can y'all try to figure out things together?
Yeah, that's the point.
You can be a strong woman. You can be a strong woman and a strong man and be strong together. But you can also be a strong woman and a strong man and you be too much of a strong woman for that man. Or you can be too much of a strong man for that woman. You got to find a balance. You got to be equal.
We see a lot of that on TV. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, a lot of men, when they meet women or they trying to pursue a woman that already has all her stuff together, it's almost like you're forced to give her the emotional side. Oh, I need I need love from you. I don't need anything else from you. And I feel like a lot of men are afraid to, right off the bat, be that open.
It's about time. That's all it is. See, the problem with, I feel like
we don't fall in love as fast as
as women, and you got some key men, aka the light skinned dude, typically that fall in love easy. But my thing is, I feel like women get them feelings attached to it, and then guys, we can hold ourselves. I talked to my little brother last night. My little brother was like, man, me and my girl been together for months and stuff like that. I mean, for years and stuff. And just recently, I just told her I love her for the first time. It's like real talk. It's all about how we feel like as men. Like women they jump on it real fast, and then us men, we kind of feel like you gotta, it's so much riding on it that we feel like in order for us to give that to you, what I'm saying, we really gotta feel secure in that, like you my rock.
That's
like
true.
you really I can't live without you.
This is hardcore. Like I take it back to kids. We were given Tonka toys, shit that you can't break. You cry, hey boy, get your ass up, stop crying. Y'all were giving shit like, hey, here's your Barbie, comb her hair, make sure she's nice, decent. You always want to make sure you're this, make sure you're that. All we was taught is to try to go figure something out and not cry. That's simple. So even when it comes into a relationship, even when it comes to love, like I hear some women now, oh, I can do a dude and don't have no love. Like you hear the city girls, I don't care what none of them say. I just heard her call her CEO crying on the phone. I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do.
But that wasn't about no man.
It's not about that. Listen to what I'm saying.
It's just the principle.
That means she's emotional. You know what I'm saying? She's emotional. At the end of the day, we don't get as emotional as fast as you all do. Because I hear a lot of women today, oh, I can do him too and don't have no emotions attached. After that 4th or 5th time, if it's good, your ass gonna be attached.
They gonna tell you I love you while mid-stroke, goddamn.
Your ass gonna be attached.
So from a woman's point of view on that, I feel like
Chelsea looking at us like it's too many of y'all against me.
Nah, I ain't tripping.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't tripping.
She came to war
From
today.
a woman's point of view on that, I feel like that's what y'all think, or that's what y'all pay attention to. Because I know plenty of women who can get what they want from a man.
Keep it moving.
The same way a man can get something
They
that he
exist,
wants.
but
And you're right though.
Surface with
yeah,
city
they
girl
come
movie.
into the,
Well,
they come
and
into
it
the
ain't got nothing to
surface.
do with them
Yeah.
either, because one of the girls that I'm actually thinking about don't even listen to City Girl. She's one of those in the books, nursing school. Like, she don't even, that's not her thing. You know what I'm saying? And she texts me pretty much, every other month. Oh, yeah, I'm about to go hang out with this dude. What dude? You know what I mean?
A new one.
Oh, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? His name don't even matter because I'm not going to talk to him next week. Like, I'm not really...
But it's just something to do.
Changing them out
You know
like
what I'm saying?
coasters.
But it wasn't... It's not like, dang. And she block them, delete them. It depending on how they
She gonna
act.
be on your ass because you giving her game.
No, she's one of those women where, like, after she has sex with them, they blow up her phone.
Oh,
She got that work then.
I've witnessed this.
She got that work.
And then that's when she blocks them because now you're doing too much.
I just leave
know what
them
I'm
on
saying?
red.
So women, there's more women like that exist than y'all
But all
think.
y'all could get away with
I feel like automatically men assume because women are emotional or we're more in tune with certain things that we can't do. And I'm not going to say what y'all do, but that we can't move on from things as quick as y'all can. There's definitely a lot of women out there like that now, which is why we have a bunch of situationships, because you got men that are, women and men doing the same shit, and I don't want to be in a relationship, but we having sex now. Oh, but you kind of cool, so let's go get something to eat.
And I'm gonna be real. Not just 'cause, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I say this all the time. Y'all really rule the world, and I'm a real man. I can admit that. Yeah. You got what's in between your legs, and you got a brain. Y'all like 10 steps ahead of us at all times. Yeah. So, and I can admit that. But you still have women that let emotions play into that. Now you have some that don't give a damn, but you got a lot of sensitive ass dudes these days too. So a lot of sensitive dudes play into that.
And that was the point I was about to make. Like, it just seems like automatically when you hear, a woman trying to be she trying to be a pimp or a player, like a nigga, like, it's not gonna happen. She gonna get in her feelings. It's not. I mean, it's a lot of women like that because naturally we are emotional creatures, but like it's not foreign. And it didn't start with City Girls either.
It started with Lil' Kim. But
Even before her.
No.
Even before Lil' Kim.
It started with Eve, goddamn. She whipped that out.
We had rappers way before her that was worse. I mean, listen.
You got women that are high up in their, in positions and own businesses and stuff that don't want no man, they don't want no kids. Just give me what I want.
Started with Oprah.
And I'm going to go on.
Not even Oprah, bro.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
When Pawpaw was sneaking out the back door to go down the street to Miss Mildred's house, Miss Mildred's husband was sneaking in the back door to come to your granny house. Mm-hmm. Y'all better stop believing that shit wasn't true. I ain't talking about my grandma because I don't want my daddy to hear this and be mad. But I'm saying, when your Pawpaw was sneaking out the door, and your grandma was getting everything ready for him to sneak out that door, she knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. And when that man was sneaking out the door from his wife and coming in here, it's the same thing now, right? Think about when you was in high school. How many people like your homegirl was talking to this guy and you was talking to that guy, and next week y'all talking to the people that they was talking to? Mm-hmm. It happens all the time. Mm-hmm. You got man. I'm a realist. You know how many people I think? You know how many people I think married right now? That I really believe this, and I don't care who feel what. You know how many people that are married right now and doing somebody close to them, or doing somebody around them, or doing somebody next to them, or over there next to them? Man, it happens every day. Or even if you don't know them. It's a bunch of women that come home and make love to you and just got them making love to their bubble.
Oh yeah, that's why a lot of people don't want to get married anymore, because it's like, what's the point if you still gonna do what you want to do? And I feel like, why even be or consider that you're in a relationship with somebody? Because I feel like a lot of people, they want their cake and they eat it too, mostly men.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But why even claim somebody as your wife or this is my girlfriend if you still gonna do what you're gonna do? You got to be completely honest with the person that you with.
Because everybody want a home.
Yeah, but and my thing is, nobody's being honest. If you honest with me and you tell me, okay, all I want is booty, If that's all I want from you too, that's all it's gonna be.
But what happens?
But he don't tell you that because he think he gonna lose you.
And what happens to the person?
But why
that
not
does
just be honest anyway? But that's my thing. It's why does it always have to be
You
deceiving?
think if a dude checking for you right now, Chelsea, like, oh, you thick, you pretty, this, that, and the other, and I want to holler at you, and I want to do yada, 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 and he come out and just flat tell you, girl, all I want to do is fuck. And
Because
he
ain't
gonna tell you that.
It's not happening.
It's
He's not gonna tell you that
realistically,
because
it's not gonna happen.
Because he want to make sure that he.
That's
Because he
not
want to
true.
make sure that he fuck first.
Only in pornos that
That's
happen. Only in pornos.
No, that's
Pornos
not
and
true.
Dragon
I
Ball
had
Z.
somebody.
Exactly.
That's not true. I actually had somebody tell me that all they wanted was some booty,
But did you give it to him?
and I was like, "Is that any of your business?"
I just want to know.
We just asked.
No,
I mean, we family in here.
I'm joking, but I'm saying he told me all he wanted was some booty, and now all of a sudden, I never said nothing like that. You don't want nothing from me, and I was like, I don't want anything from you. There's a lot you can give me, but I don't want it.
So, do you think you can be just as savage as a guy, or even more savage?
I don't consider myself a savage.
I'm asking.
Those usually the ones that's usually savage, man.
that's
Because
usually the ones.
It's the ones that
I'm
don't
humble, but I'm not humble.
be like, shit, well, I be putting them on red all the time. I mean, but
That's
do you think you can be just as savage as a dude, or do you think you can be worse?
I'm gonna say no because and why I gotta be just as savage as a dude? Y'all niggas ain't savages. Y'all just trifling. But
Whoa.
anyway, like I was saying,
I feel like that was personal to me.
That was a personal one.
No, I
Oh, man.
don't think
Let's go.
I'm a savage. I wouldn't be a savage. I can't consider myself as a savage because if I'm talking to somebody, like I'm literally only talking to that one person. I think that's my problem too. I don't date multiple people. I can't give that much of my energy to too many people. That
It's a
kind of
full-time
energy.
job.
You sound like Monica. I just heard her interview. She said the same thing.
She said
Y'all
the
better
same
open y'all
thing.
wings. I'm
Nah,
just.
I mean,
how old are you, Chelsea?
it don't matter. I really,
Your viewers might want to know.
I
These the questions
really,
that people wanna know.
They might want to know.
I mean, you know.
I mean,
whatever.
you shouldn't be giving yourself to everybody right now anyway. Or anybody.
That's funny because older women be like, "Girl, you young, date everybody."
But I'm saying you shouldn't be giving all of yourself to one person right now anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying like give all of myself.
I might be
to
wrong for
anybody.
saying that,
I
but
mean,
hey.
Man,
I'm
I
talking
got
about
this
my
thing on
attention.
that.
Like, if I'm attracted to somebody, it's very hard for me to also be attracted to somebody else at the same time. Is what I'm saying. So, like, if I'm talking to somebody, we talking every day, we FaceTime and we hanging out. Like, I
You feel like that's your boo thing.
no, and not even that. Like, cause even with friends, I got certain friends that I talk to about certain stuff. All my friends don't know all my business, if that makes
Okay.
sense. You know, so if I'm talking to one guy, like I feel weird saying all of this stuff, spitting game, flirting, and doing all this with one person, and then like somebody else
She
be
said
like,
spitting game.
somebody else be like, hey, you know, so what's up? I can't do that. Now, if we just cool and we texting and it's kind of flirtatious, but it ain't nothing serious, I could do that.
But didn't you just say earlier that women can cut a man off in that situation?
We're
and
talking
move on
about
to-
me.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
We
'cause
talking
I'm
about
just-
me. Like
okay,
that.
okay.
So what's your definition of a situationship?
Definition of a situationship? Most of the time it's just fucking. But that's what I was trying to say earlier. We start off, oh, it's cool or whatever. Now we fucking. Okay, we fucking every week. We fucking twice a week now. Oh, but you know what? You actually kind of cool. So let's go get something to eat.
I beg to differ.
Let me
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you, Versa. What's your definition?
let me finish. So now we going out to eat and we fucking. Oh, okay, cool. You know what? I don't want to go to the movies by myself. Let's go to the movies. I don't want to go to the mall by myself. Let's go to the mall.
That wouldn't
Oh,
be
I'm finna
slowly
go-
building a relationship.
No, because that's y'all problem. No, because
Because I don't want to do all that shit with you. We just got a situation.
That's not true.
That's not a
That's not true. Let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not true. Y'all will do all that shit with somebody and still tell her when she starts saying, you know what, I really like you. Oh, girl, we just been kicking it. We just friends.
What niggas?
Because that's what was established at the
What
beginning.
you mean? What niggas? Most niggas.
Where they at?
Because that was established at the beginning.
But see, this is my thing. Y'all are married and y'all have children. Y'all have done things in a different time.
True.
Man, I'm
You know
a
what I'm
pimp.
saying?
joking.
Like
I'm joking.
now,
I won't get my ass
dating right now. Y'all know how many times I had a dude tell me when we first started talking. I had a dude tell me, he was like, you know what? He was like, I'm looking for a
Just
wife.
joking,
If that's
baby.
not what you own, he was like, if that's not what you own, then you know, what I mean, just let me know now so we can kind of like go different ways or whatever. He was like, but I'm looking for a wife. So if anybody I'm dating is practice for marriage, and I was like, damn, let me think about. Let me see if this is something that I want.
So you backed up.
No, I didn't back up. But I did need to be like, you know what? We just met. So I need to see if that's the type of
Sounds
relationship
like
that I
you
want to be
wanted
in.
a situation.
No, can I finish? Can I
I'm
finish?
just saying.
Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Speak the power.
I said I had to take a step, because if I were to be like, oh yeah, let's do it right then and there, and I wasn't sure that that's something I wanted to be in, it would have been fucked up for him. So I had to I didn't take a step back, like I stopped talking to him. We continued to talk, but I had to, really evaluate if I wanted to be in a situation where somebody was ready for marriage. We did continue to talk. We did start to date, and he was like, okay, I feel like we need to start going to church together. We need to start reading together. We need to start studying together. We need to pray together. And I was like, oh, okay. He showed me how to run his business. And I was like, oh, damn, he on my computer paying bills. I still got his passwords and shit. He don't know, but I still got passwords and shit to all his accounts, everything.
He know he listening.
he know now. Only on talk.
He did all of that. He did all of that, and 4 months later, he was like, so I started back fucking my ex, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. So, like,
Hey,
let's
that
just
take a
be
lot
cool.
of manhood to do.
How you feel?
It takes
But that's
a
some
whole
real
lot of
shit to
pride.
say. Because he could have been dicking you and her at the same
But-
time.
Could have.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is that shit
'Cause I probably wouldn't have
happens.
told y'all shit.
So
Period.
that
When I
shit
was single.
happens often. That happens often. Like I said, that's happened to me multiple times. I had an on and off situation with him for like 2 years. And then I found out he was messing with some other girl. When I brought it to his attention, he was like, man, you tripping, because me and you was just cool anyway.
But times has not changed.
Times
We
have
gotta-
been- what are you
it
talking
hasn't.
about?
Let
That shit
me
ain't
tell you.
changed.
Exactly. Let me
People
tell
was
you.
doing the same shit yesterday
We
they
was
doing today.
this before we got married and had all these kids. This is the same games that's been played time and time again. You know what's changed?
Even
It's
up
more
into your 40s?
Yes, it's more acceptable now.
That's it.
You have social media that's pushing that shit. pushing
Man.
the
It's-
envelope
but
to
what I'm
do.
saying
It's
is,
side
why
pieces
is
right
it-
now that know they side pieces and they cool with it.
Come
But
on.
you also have people trying to live certain lifestyles that's not for them. So you got people out here trying to be in situationships, and they relationship kind of people. And
What's that
those
girl
are the
name that
people.
wrote the book that be fucking everybody?
Superhead.
Oh, you talking Bundle Brittany or whatever.
Her too.
Yeah, her too. It's
I mean,
wild.
they'll accept. Oh, I know you got a wife, but shit, you put me in this condo, you buy me a car, you put some money in my account. Fuck you whenever you come through, but I'm gonna have other niggas though.
And that breeds a whole bunch of dudes that just want to like
But what
build
I'm
relationships on
saying
money.
is,
Yeah.
like, the people y'all talking about getting their feelings hurt, those are the people who are relationship type people, and they trying to be in a situationship
So
because
Superhead
that's
is a
what.
relationship type
I'm not. He brought that up. I didn't say nothing about
I'm just making
Superhead.
sure.
I mean, she
I'm
was
just making
married.
sure.
But okay, what I'm saying is it's popular to be in a situationship right now. Like you said, it's
It
all
is.
over social media.
It is.
But if I'm a relationship type person and the guy that I got a crush on is a situational type person, I'm a try to talk to him anyway. I'm gonna try to act like, I can do this situation. And now you think, okay, well, we doing all of this, like we just said. Oh, is that building a relationship? It is.
Okay.
So now I'm thinking, okay, we didn't transitioned over into a relationship, and then you texting the girls right in front of me, and I
Well,
actually.
what did you just say? You said now I'm what? Thinking that we've transferred over into this
But
relationship.
you literally just said when I started naming all of that stuff, isn't that transition into
To
a
a
relationship?
relationship. So you can't. Okay, if I'm a guy and you're a lady, we say we just start off fucking. Cool. Now you hit me or I hit you and say, hey, we're going to the movies, yada yada yada. I might have just said I wanted you to go because after the movie I want to hit again. Or after eating I want to hit again. Until one of us say, hey, we've been doing a lot. Can we transition this? If you ain't saying shit to me and I ain't saying shit to you, I'm just thinking that's some ass that I'm hitting. And you thinking
Don't
the
assume
same.
nothing.
Until you come to me and say, hey, we've been doing a whole lot. Why not yada 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 yada?
Well,
Because
and-
most women that I know gonna say, hey bro, listen, we've been doing this for a minute. What the fuck we doing? Because I'm not finna just keep being some free ass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta express what
No,
it
for
is that
sure.
you want or what you don't want. I mean, and that's the same as a guy. Like, but a guy not gonna really express that because every guy I know would love freedom. Every guy I know, even the guys that's married, be for real, they love freedom.
Yeah.
Ain't now a guy gonna be sitting there hitting you and you telling him that it's cool just to be hitting you, and then he say all of a sudden, hey man, I just, I think that I've been hitting you for too long, and I think that you should be my girlfriend.
Says
And at the
nobody
end of the
ever.
day, nobody else should be
But
hitting you either.
what about the people that don't want it to end? They're not gonna bring it up because they're afraid that that's what's going to cause that situation.
That causes further
to end.
situationships.
But
does.
it's not just women that do that. Men do that too. I'm trying to tell y'all. This shit literally happened to me last night.
I believe it.
It's just y'all wasting each other's time.
I
Pretty much.
believe it. Yeah, I
mean,
believe
yeah.
it.
Both of y'all afraid of letting each other go or
Yeah.
telling each other.
Hey,
the
I
truth.
could be spending that time finding somebody
a man
else.
ain't gonna be honest with a woman in the beginning because he want the cheeks. So what
Y'all be
makes you
wanting
what
to,
makes
though.
you
Stop the
think?
bullshit.
But what makes you think that later on down the
Bust down
line
them
things
sugar
are
walls.
good? I got somebody that I can chill with. I got somebody I can have sex with. She understand me. She listens to me. What makes you think at that point he's gonna want that to stop? So when a woman does say, oh, "Okay, well, you know, so we in a relationship now," what he gonna be like? Yeah, because he don't
You
want
know
it
why?
to stop.
You know, because he don't want it to stop, and then he feel
but
pressure.
now this woman is falling in love with you. She think y'all in a relationship, but you still, like you
You know,
said,
that's why
wanna
like
be free.
75%, 80% people get married.
Then
Because
why
they feel like
even
at the
get
end of the
married?
day, I'm gonna marry you because I ain't letting nobody else. That shit too good. I ain't letting nobody else have that.
Territorial.
She got a good job. I love her family. Her family love me. I'm scared to do something different.
Yep.
A lot of people do that, but
This is fact.
you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I mean, communication is the key, and I'm not finna be one to sit here and say I'm perfect with it, because I get fussed at 24/7 about communication, because we men. A lot of times I lock up and be like, man, I don't want to hear that shit going on. I don't want to talk. You figure it out. I go over here and do something different. But that's not what we're great at. That's what y'all are great at, because y'all don't mind
But
talking
I-
and speaking your
I-
mind.
We great at action.
Yeah, but
That's
I
it.
feel
We
like
great at
that's
action.
something men need to work on, because it's not acceptable
That's
to
been
say,
before time.
That's way before time.
That's way before time.
So
That's way
times are
before time.
changing. So the fuck?
Hey, listen.
What you mean?
Man, we're gonna go all the way back to the fruit tree. We're gonna go all the way back to
So
the
you
fruit tree.
saying men are naturally just-
you enticed us to bite off the damn fruit tree when God told him not to.
Whoa. But didn't God tell Adam to make sure Eve didn't eat that apple?
Okay, and what happened from there?
So even if she
So
did,
somehow it's Adam's fault.
I'm not even saying
she gonna put
not
it on
even
us.
saying not
Your
even
naked
saying
ass
that it's
enticed
Adam's
us.
fault. Not even,
Only woman.
Your
not
naked
even-
ass enticed
He
us.
probably wasn't even listening. He probably was like, yeah, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Okay, that's what I was just about to say. Not even
We're
that.
weak. You gotta real, and I'm not trying to make it fair for men. We're weak fleshed. It's that simple.
Be
We're weak
our
fleshed.
strength.
That's why you need, when
So-
you have the type of woman that know who
ahead.
you are and know what you're about.
That right there.
And at the end of the day,
It's right there.
if your woman can accept and say, I know what my man's about, but I'm gonna make sure that I do yada 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 to keep him from even over there.
Amen.
You know how many women are negative with their man?
So
Or
it's-
you ain't gonna be
negative with
shit.
their
So it's
spouse?
Eve's fault.
No, I'm not just blaming y'all. I'm not doing that.
We
Because
not.
even with us being weak fleshed, we gotta be stronger. But do you know how many men are weak fleshed? That's why as the woman, you're supposed to be our help, our support,
strength.
our
Right.
strength to keep us from being a weak flesh. So therefore, we don't even get enticed by the outside shit.
Brother, ticket
But
out
if you
here
bringing me bullshit every day, how easy do you think I'll get enticed by the outside shit?
Exactly. So I was married for 7 years, man. I'm going like.
I'm just being for real.
I've been married for 7 years. Like I'm out of the marriage, but like 7 years. For that 7 years, a lot of the time I wasn't getting any action.
What you need?
What you doing like out when you go to
Is
work and stuff?
that
Every
your fault?
female around you, you looking
her
at like,
fault?
damn.
Even
I
the
ain't
ones that
getting
ain't
but I'm-
attractive, huh?
Yeah, because you're not getting it at home.
Exactly, you're not getting it at home, so now you like, But then on the flip side, she'll be like,
And I'm not
you
even
ain't giving me
touching.
what I
I'm
want,
not
so
even
I can give
touching
you what you
race.
want.
I promise I'm not even touching race. But I have to. Our black sisters are strong women.
Oh yes, they are.
Even minorities, period, are strong women. I'm not just trying to say white women aren't, but man, a lot of white women you see, I know they white men work and do other things too, and they stay at home. But a lot of our black women are so strong. So when they get to the point like I'm confident within my own strength, you're not gonna break that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, let the world be like that with you, not me. You pose to show your sensitive side with me. You
yeah.
pose to show certain things with me. So when you do show certain things with me, we don't have a situationship. We have a
So,
relationship.
I hear you on that, for sure. But
She
it
said for
seems
sure.
like when women do let their guard down and they do show their emotions and they are sensitive toward men, they're taken advantage of.
So what's taking advantage of to you?
Listen, they're taking advantage of because a lot of men don't know the difference between submission and control. They get that confused. You looking at me?
Because I'm trying to get this definition. Go ahead, bust it down.
Oh, so you think submission and control is the same thing?
Oh no, they definitely do.
They definitely different.
Okay, but I feel like we were just talking about this earlier. I was telling y'all about my dad when he was trying to explain to me about how men are smarter and stronger than women, and women are supposed to bow down and wash his feet and do all this other kind of stuff. A lot of men get control and submission confused, and a lot of men be like, oh, well, the Bible says you're supposed to submit. The Bible says that we're both supposed to submit to each other.
Also say don't be stupid.
It didn't right. It didn't say that a woman is just supposed to submit to her man and he just supposed to do whatever the fuck he want to do. You know, we're supposed to submit to each other. Just like I'm supposed to hold you up, you supposed to hold me up as well.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So when people be like, "Oh, you got to be submissive," you too. But that's what I mean by submission and control. A lot of men feel like the woman is the only one that's supposed to submit. And so now she got to do whatever I say. She got to do whatever I tell her to do. My house got to run the way it's supposed to be. It's a lot of men like this.
There's a lot of them.
You're not dating men. So you don't see where I'm
I would
coming.
hope not.
I mean,
No.
if you did, ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's,
But
Not
what I'm
even going
saying
there.
is, I date men. My friends, they date men, and we run into situations a lot where men want control over a relationship versus being submissive to their wife while she's being submissive to him.
So what do you mean by a man being submissive to his wife? Tell me that.
This says nowhere in the Bible. Go ahead. I'm listening.
It
No, go
doesn't-
ahead. No.
no. What'd you say?
No, listen. Go ahead. Go
Because I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
Okay, I'm be quiet.
Because
go ahead.
when you said be submissive to his wife, okay, I understand listening.
Okay.
I understand adhering. I understand making decisions together.
Right.
But at the same time, the woman can't try to do all that. You can't wear these pants and yours.
You cannot.
So
You cannot tell me what to do, when to do, how to do, where to do, when to jump, how to jump. You can't do that. At the end of the day,
How
we
we
have to
get
make
there?
decisions. I'm just saying, because you're saying a lot of times women take, like you saying, be submissive to your wife and to your husband. A lot of times women take that and say, you know what? You know how many women out here are bossy and try to tell you what you should be doing, when you should be doing, how you should be doing it.
Yep.
As a man, I don't really say that. You got some dudes that are forceful that try to do that. But if you're not that guy and you're not doing that, that's not for the woman to do either. It don't matter if you think you're that much smarter, if you make that much more money, if you're whatever it may be. When it comes down to it, decisions can be made together. Or just because you think your decision is better than mine, as the man, I'm supposed to be the leader. Even if I'm telling you some shit that you don't, even if I'm telling you some shit that you don't think is gonna work, you're supposed to say as a woman, I'm gonna let him handle that, because if he fuck it up, he gonna get us out of it.
Yeah, but see, you talking at me and we saying the same shit. What I'm saying is the difference between the two is a man is supposed to be a leader. You don't have a lot of men. You have a lot of men that know they're supposed to be a leader, but they don't know how to lead.
Yep.
They don't know how to lead, and that's when you get.
And you have a lot of women that's supposed to be submissive and know how to be submissive.
Yep.
First of all, a strong woman can be submissive.
So could you be submissive right now?
I can absolutely be.
All right,
submissive
that's all I want
to
to
the
hear.
right person is what I'm getting at. So if a woman is not submitting to you, because of whatever reason you think it's because
And she probably feel like you ain't strong enough to be a leader.
Yeah. And
But that's the point that I'm trying to make. Because I
Gotcha.
can give you an example right now based on what you said. You know, a woman ain't supposed to give orders. You know, the man, he's a leader, but we still supposed to be submissive to each other. My mom and my dad have been married for 20 years. And my dad is the leader of his household. But when he is confused or he don't know how to do something, who you think he called? He called my mama. She does things for him that he can't do. And the last time she did something for him, it was a presentation for work. He was like, okay, you know, he was like, I'm letting everybody know, you know, you did it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you ain't got to do that. You can tell him you did it. Because whatever you going to benefit from this presentation is coming back to this household.
But that's a real ass woman.
yeah.
You know what? That's a
wife.
real.
It's a wife.
You know how many women? You know how many? Not woman. You know how many women would have been like, yeah, go and throw my name in there.
Exactly.
Tell them I did. Yada yada
Thank
yada.
you.
What you said was a strong, valid ass point, because your mama a real one.
She's a wife.
It ain't
They
too
ain't built
many
like that
real
no
ones. It ain't too many real ones that'll be
It's
like,
not.
Yeah, they not built
oh
like
yeah,
that.
throw my name in that thing too. Oh, what you mean? You better tell them that when I be the one honoring, you better tell them I make your lunch. You better tell them I'm the one that's doing yada yada, because
want
that's the kind of
public
woman they are.
gratification.
Because that's the kind of women they are. You have a lot of women today that want more credit than they deserve. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but some don't deserve it. You have a lot of men that want more credit than they deserve.
Yeah.
So we really live in a fucked up time to where
Yep.
people they want more than what they feel like they're worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you might not be worth yada yada yada, but you feel like you need yada yada yada. And that's
Amen.
from anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody might feel like that about me. I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, it's just situationships versus relationships.
Well, we most
What do you
definitely
want?
about
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you
No, I
want?
think you weren't asking me.
I'm just asking, what do you want?
I would definitely want a relationship, but I don't think I'm in a position for one right now. I got some learning to do on my own.
So just ride the
before-
wave.
Yeah,
That's
before
all you
I
can do.
ask somebody else Because having people in your life is an obligation.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't get too attached.
That's an
You
obligation.
gotta learn how to cut this shit off.
Bust and move.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you got to do at this point.
3 minutes. That's all I'm giving you. That's all the fuck I
All
got.
right. We most definitely touching on some powerful topics here right now with relationship versus situationships. We'll be right back with that final take only on Talk Back to Me podcast. All right, and we back again here. Relationships versus situationships. Final take starting now. Chelsea, what you got for us?
Man, you got to learn yourself and you got to love yourself. It's detrimental to what you putting out into the world. If you can help somebody with your journey, that's exactly what you need to do.
Mm. Versus Jay, what you got over there?
Yeah, it's versus Jay, boy. I'm gonna let y'all know, like, pretty much the difference between situationships and relationships is the title, man. Like, real talk, when it comes to men, we feel comfortable with all the freedoms that don't come along with that title. Like, we can love, you know what I'm saying? We can do all this stuff. We can, have that intimate moment with y'all. We can go on dates. We can do all this stuff. But when it comes to that actual word relationship, it feels like a locked collar, and you got to make a man feel comfortable in order to take on that title. And that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm telling these ladies to think about.
A whole lot of shit.
Lord have mercy.
I gotta be the ladies. Damn.
Ticket, what's your final take, man?
I'm not gonna say all what he said because he gonna have some people on his head.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, man, at the end of the day, just be for real, man. You know what I'm saying? If you just fucking, tell her you just fucking. I'm straightforward.
Thank you.
If you want to be with her, tell her you want to be with her.
Thank you.
And I mean, and we always flow our ticket thoughts into there. Like I say, I am MC Ticket. You can make sure you looking every day. I'm posting ticket thoughts, but they do drop on Wednesday. And I just always tell people, man, know your worth. You know what I mean? Be selfish with your heart because it is yours. Mm-hmm. And stop making a situation a situation.
Hey, I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
like that.
Or a situation, a relationship. Period. You know what I mean? And like I said, stop making a sexuation a situation. If you want to fuck, just fuck. But if you want to be with them, be with them. Because if you've been with them, sex come with it anyway.
Amen to that. Lord have mercy. Ticket dropping them gems again. Make sure y'all check them out. Hashtag Ticket Thoughts at IMMC Ticket. Only on Talk Back to Me podcast. My final take is simple. Know who you loving. At the end of the day, it gets pretty deep. I mean, coming from the married lifestyle, I had my share of up and downs at the end of the day. But truth be told, you got to have somebody that's going to be your strength. And what I mean by that is if you ain't got nobody that's going to fight every battle and lean in your corner and have a reason of why they doing it that's actually meaningful and not beneficial, you can go a long way. Hey, I'm Exclusive Stories. I'm here. You met the crew. You seen them again. We doing this every Wednesday. Make sure you check us out. Controversial topics, inspirational views with the occasional tea. We are Talk Back to Me Podcast.